My name is Niloo. I'm a cardiac surgeon. I'm Chief of Heart and Vascular Services at St. Peter's Hospital and Health Partners. About 20 years ago, when I finished my training, I came to Albany, and then I left and went to Columbia Presbyterian, where I ran the heart transplant program for about 8 years, and I was vice chair of the Department of Surgery. And then I moved to Wisconsin, where I was chair of cardiac surgery for another 8 years, and then decided to come back home. My wife's family's from Rochester, and my family's from New York City, and so it made Albany was a good place to be. In addition, I'd known the guys here from the 20 years ago when I was here, so it was perfect to come back home, if you will. Albany Cardiothoracic is a very old practice. When I was part of the practice, it was almost, I think it was 17, 19 surgeons in the group. We covered cardiac and thoracic surgery. Over the years, the group is sort of split up, and some of them have moved to other facilities in the area. But the core of the group still remains the same, and I really like the values. Even though I was here only for a year and a half, 20 years ago, it imbibed me with a lot of the core values of Albany Cardiothoracic. Personal care for the patients, really caring about the patients, and I think those are the things that attracted me to come back. And when I decided I'd had enough of the academic life and I wanted to really focus on the things I love, which is heart surgery and taking care of patients, this was a perfect match. I think the pathway to successful surgery really involves a relationship between the patient and the physician. There's got to be a level of trust. There's got to be a level of working together, and that's what makes a patient do well. And in order for patients to get to that point, they really need to understand what's going on with them. So you have to take the time to explain it to them. And then once they understand it, they can be partners in their own healthcare. I'm married. I have 3 kids. I have a son who's a Marine, a couple of kids who are in college, and most of my spare time, I jokingly say I enjoy riding my motorcycle. I find it's my psychiatrist, keeps me sane in a crazy world. I used to fly a lot more, but I don't fly as much as I used to when I was in Wisconsin. New York State's a little bit more regulated, and it's hard to find the time to go flying like I did. I do, in my spare time, in between surgeries, the other thing I like to do is paint, and I used to do medical illustration. Actually helped me pay the bills when I was a resident, and still do periodically do some medical illustration, but mostly just painting for the pleasure of slapping paint on a canvas. Family's crucial to healthcare and support systems, whether it's family or friends. If you think back 20 years ago, if you went to the hospital, you were to visit a family member, you were stuck in the corner and told you had 30 seconds to visit them and then leave. Now, almost every single healthcare system, especially St. Peter's, is very open to having patients and their families visit them. And part of the reason is that we know that patients do better when they're around people and things that they love and they're familiar with. And so we really do encourage that. I also very strongly encourage family to come with patients to the initial consultation, in part because as a patient you're very stressed. A lot of times you don't hear all the information that's being transmitted to you because you're so concerned about the fact that you might need heart surgery that you don't hear some of the other pieces that you should be hearing. So having a friend or a family member with you is another set of ears. Somebody else who can hear what you're saying with a little bit more detachment, perhaps, and be able to sort of, oh no, he didn't say that. This is what he said, or whatever it is that they recall. And so I think there is a value to not just in the initial consultation coming with family and friends, but even post-operatively when you need the support and you need to know that there's people around who care about you, not just us.